Hello, my name is John. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, we are going to be ranking every single world in Robot 64. Now, I say that there are 10 worlds in the game since the hub has a full, beta testing mode. Not like the beta testing mode. It was like the factory, the foundation of the game area. You know what I'm talking about, right? The place that you can get when you beat the game. Anyways, we're going to be ranking every single world, including the hub. So, without further ado, let's get started. Coming in at the number 10 spot is Candy Aquarium. Now, it's sad to see, but we all know. Water levels get a bad rap, and for this game, well, for a good reason. This world feels a little bit too big, and the egg collecting challenge just feels a little tedious. Also, some of the purple vortexes, right! The vortexes are just sort of hard to find. You never really know where they're gonna be, and even on my second playthrough of the game, I had to search up where the purple vortexes were twice. Overall, I just feel like this level needs a little bit of improvement. It's not the best, and I would say it's the worst. Water levels, they're not the greatest, but hey, it's a good level, and it's decent. I feel like exploring it was sort of fun. And also, making the longest jumps possible, which is the one you see on your screen, is one of my favorite side purple vortex levels in the entire game. So I think they did good at that. Anyways, it's sort of subpar, and I don't really know how I feel about it. It's definitely at the bottom spot for me. Coming in at the number 9 spot is the hub world. I mean, come on, this is where all the memories are made. But in comparison as a world to the majority of the other ones, it just doesn't stack up. You have a huge area to explore, and a cool area where you can check out the factories, which you are seeing the attempt to get there on your screen. Okay, I did it! Yay! But overall, I feel like as a world, it's not the greatest. It's a cool place to explore, and getting on top of the observatory is always going to be one of the best ice creams, but besides that, it's alright. It's mainly just a hub world, and counting it as a world, it's decent. It does what it needs to do, and that's pretty much it. Coming in at the number 8 spot, it has to be New Neo City. That's right, it's New Neo City, and it's not stinking New Neo City, okay? Get it, people, get it. Anyways, I just feel like this world didn't reach its potential with me. I like it, it's very cool, but the corner jumps was very difficult. The level inside of the building right here, and overall, I just feel like the level needed a little bit of improvement. Especially for one of the last levels in the game, it was not that great. But hey, besides that, let's look at some of the really cool things about it. Number 1, I love the return of Speed Boy, and also it was a very cool challenge for the ice cream where you gotta go on top of the fan. But it's very easy because just holding B wasn't very hard to find. But I almost actually searched up a guide on that level, and I just found it out instantaneously, so that was crazy. Besides that, this level's pretty fun. I mean, the hunting all the fireflies is not even as good as the turtle tops. Overall, it needs a little bit of improvement. For a final level, it's a little bit lacking, but it's okay. And I enjoy it, and I enjoyed playing. Yeah, that's pretty much all that needs to be said about games. Coming in at the number 7 spot is the first world you would go to, the one and only Turtle Tops. How could it be anywhere than the number 7 spot? Now, I do have a few minor issues. If you're playing the game on your second playthrough, this just feels like another tutorial, which it sort of is, the tutorial world. But but it can be a little bit too easy at times. The main difficulty found in this level with a lot of people is the rings in the sky one, or b-ball wings to the sky, which I find no difficulty with at all. The main difficulty I find with it is catching the ice cream inside of it. Man, that gives me a hard time. But besides that, this level ain't that tricky. And I really enjoy it. Playing it gives me a little sense of nostalgia for the first time I played this game. And I'm already starting to get nostalgia. I'm only a kid. Anyways, I feel like this level, it does its job as a tutorial level. It's fun. And it's one of the greatest. I mean, come on. And let's just be real, it's better than Baba on Battlefield. Who could have said it better? Coming in at the number 6 spot is the level that actually got a level in Tower Heroes, Naughty's Resort. And it's probably one of the more creative levels in this game. Sure, it's sort of just Mario Sunshine, which, not that I think about it, isn't anything like that game. But besides that, it's a pretty cool level. It has some creative challenges, like the guard to go for a dip, which is my personal favorite, and the one that I just failed at on screen. And also, I have a little bit of a tip that I want to share with you guys. And I think that this tip will be good for people who don't know how to beat this level. So, on the part that you have to do a skateboard challenge and beat this residence 9,000 points, all you have to do, now this is for Xbox players. Hold up, cough in 3, 2, 1. Anyways, this is for Xbox players only, because these are the buttons I know. Now, if you're doing the resident challenge with the skateboard, you can just spam A and X. Just spam it over and over, and you will get an insane score. If you keep that momentum going, you'll get an insane score, like over 30,000. Like, see, I already beat his score just by running around and spamming A and X. Besides that, it's a pretty solid level, and overall, it's good. It does its job, and it's one of the more creative levels in the game. Coming in at the number 5 spot is Buzz Factory. One of the 2 DLC levels, and I think it deserves this spot. Not only having some of the best music, listen, it also has some of the best ideas. Like, for example, this honey one is probably the greatest one in this level, but besides that, you also got some great ones like Gears and Cogs, which is a nice platforming challenge, and you also have Get to the Top of the Beehive, which is one of my favorites as well. 5 different unique ice creams, all for this small price of 250 Robux, plus with another level. I think that this is a solid DLC pack, and I think it does its job well. Now, I mean, I do have a few criticisms. Number 1, the bees are probably the easiest enemies to kill in this entire game, and I don't find any particular challenge with them. The same goes with the majority of the enemies, except for the stinking guards. But, I mean, besides that, it's solid. I really like it. And overall, I think it suits as a pretty good DLC level. And yeah, it's a good number 5, probably the most creative, or one of, at least, the most creative worlds in this game. And yes, to those people who don't count it, I count the Buzz Off Big Bees as a boss fight. And if I ever do a ranking of the boss fights, it will be included. Got that? Nice. Coming in at the number 4 spot. What better than the Heck Ones? Not only do you meet good old Job over here, it also introduces us to the best boss fight in this game, the Heck One. There's also some creative Purple Vortex challenges, and overall I think this level is really good. I enjoy the skateboard. Oh, and fire and lava and water. I think this is what this is called. Oh, this is the best Purple Vortex challenge in the game. This is so creative, so fun, and it's the most enjoyable challenge probably in the entire game. The Hecklands is a great level, and it does well to the entire game, and I feel like overall it's a great way to continue this lovable Roblox masterpiece. Coming in at the number 3 spot, the second DLC level, Snow Zone Cave. This level has some of the most interesting platforming, one of the coolest new power-ups, and some of the most creative and fun ice cubes to collect in the entire game. And it also has difficult enemies, the Snowies. These guys are actually a little bit tough to take on, even though you just saw them blur. Anyways, I think this is a fun. Wait, no, not a fun level. What am I doing? This is an amazing level. And it's one of the best. I feel like that this level does a great job when it comes to platforming difficulty, and for also introducing us to the world of Snow Zone Cave. Overall, I feel like this level is great, and it has the most underused power-up, which deserves more recognition in this game. Why? Because it only seen once. The flamethrower is amazing. It's one of the greatest power-ups in this game. Behind the besides that, Snow Zone Cave is great, and I also love the joke where you see a giant fish challenge. It's sort of fun to see these reflections. Like those stopped it. So you got some. Anyways, I think this level is great. It does its job, and overall, Snow Zone Cave is great. Coming in at number 2, this world needs no introduction. This is Planet Quebec. I mean, come on. What is there to not like about this level? Anti-gravity and homage to every single world in the game, and of course the greatest platforming challenge in this entire game, and possibly the greatest level, Final Home Run. Testing every single skill you have learned throughout the game into one big battle. Well, it's not a boss fight, but whatever. It's a great level, and it has insane difficulty. It took me like 3 months to get it on my first try. But besides that, it's great. I love Planet Quebec, and it's one of the best. And I feel like it totally deserves the number 2 spot. It almost deserved the number 1. But of course, the number 1 belongs. If I were to tell Nathaniel Bandy, a great Nintendo YouTuber, to try out this game, the one level I would point to, our number 1, is Tiny Huge Bedroom. Everything about this level is perfect. The creativity is on point. The fun of the levels is at its peak. The platforming is great. All of it culminates into this one perfect bundle of joy in this huge bedroom to explore. Overall, it's definitely the best level in this game. It's the most enjoyable and the one that I could probably go back to the most. It's always the one that I get giddy about when I'm restarting the game, but there is one problem. This is a mistake. This level almost brought me to putting it at number 2. But I had to push myself because of how much I love everything else in this level to keep it this way. The Wire Challenge is the most broken, disorienting, and garbage platforming challenge in the entire game. And I was afraid that I was gonna choose number 2. But in the end, I think it deserves number 1 for its sheer creativity and a great execution. Not to mention the other Purple Vortex is actually good. Yay! Let's get over there. No, I messed it up. Okay, let's try it again real quick so we can actually get a good level into this one. come on, whatever. Overall, this level is definitely the best. With 2 of them out of 3, remember, janky wires do not count, are some of the greatest platforming challenges, and overall, this level is heck of fun to explore, and it gives me such a good vibe while playing it. I can't help myself without putting it on. It's just the best. Nathaniel Bandy always wants a big house level, and he plays Super Mario 64 ROM hacks. Well, you don't need to install any hacks to enjoy this one, Mr. Nathaniel. Overall, this is the best. And I don't think Robot 64 has ever gotten a better level than Tiny Huge Bedroom, the greatest level in Robot 64. So, what did you think of my ranking? Pretty fire, huh? Well, if you don't think it's that fire, you should write your own ranking in the comments. Oh wait, you can't, 'cause stupid Koopa! But anyways, I had very much fun. Very much fun. Come on, Joe. What is your stinking grammar? Whatever. I had a ton of fun making this video, and revisiting this game has been very fun. Overall, I think this is one of the greatest Roblox games, heck, even one of the greatest platformers ever made. That's why I love it so much. That's why I literally have every single ice cream DLC, and I'm literally thinking about buying some cans. So yeah, this game is great, and I suggest it to anyone who likes platforming, who likes colors, and who just likes having a big adventure. Overall, it's a great game, it's a good experience, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is Rubik's Raven, the GOAT, signing off.